Hey you guys, it's D Michelle here and I'm back and I'm going to be reacting to a video that I seen earlier scrolling on my favorite little app TikTok. Um this lady's story really had my mouth to the ground the whole entire time. I'm not even being dramatic. Like it was so sad to hear her story and to hear what she's been through, and she's 6 months pregnant. So I really just want to react to this video to bring more awareness to this, for one, because she does have a GoFundMe that I'm going to link down in the comment section. Okay. And also just to let ladies know, like, hey, when situations like this happen, don't think like, oh, it can never be me, because it could literally be anybody, and it can literally catch you off guard as well. Like, you could think someone's cool and then you already fell in love with them, and then next thing you know, like, stuff hit the fan and this is the person that you're in love with and they're doing all these things behind your back. I see it every single day. I see it every single day. It actually happened to me before. Like, you'll think you know somebody when you really don't know them at all. And you'll say, oh, I'll never deal with that. I'll never deal with that. Next thing you know, you're dealing with everything in the book. They throwing the whole dang book at you. And you like, dang, how did we get here? So we're going to go ahead. We're going to react to this video. And I'm telling you, like, this could literally happen to anyone. So y'all better peel them little eyes back, pay attention, and really understand. Like, don't be judgmental and think, oh, how could she deal with that? Because baby, I'm just saying. All right, let's get into it.
Please beware of this man, Christopher Lynn Burge, in Huntsville, Alabama. He has a history of domestic violence, cheating, mental, physical, emotional abuse of women. Today he was caught cheating on his 6-month pregnant girlfriend, me, naked with a stripper. When I was 18 weeks pregnant, he threw me down and choked me and got me sent to the hospital because I was bleeding vaginally. He's also attempted on my life multiple times. I never pressed charges until the time I was actually pregnant, and he did it after the third time he actually did it. And yeah, and then today he dragged me through the street after I found out that he was cheating on me. So that's him. So if you're in Huntsville, Alabama, or actually anywhere, Vegas, Huntsville, Atlanta, his mistresses are everywhere. I mean,
This is crazy, y'all.
I will be showing
The
y'all
mug
a
shots,
series
though.
of
Look
his
at the mug
mistresses
shots.
reaching out to me.
And
He's
apparently,
everywhere.
he's a
Christopher Lynn
former
Burge, 31 years
basketball
old.
player, and that's why he was on like the tea rooms and stuff.
So this video is dedicated to a few different text message threads that I think you guys would be really interested to see, so you can kind of see his character, see the gaslighting, and kind of like see who he is, and it'll give it more depth, okay? So one of his girls that he obviously had sex with, she messaged me again. I told him about it, and I knew that the messages weren't fake. He tried to say that the messages were fake, that she made up the messages. That was his response. Pause to read.
It's like they get mad at you when
Okay.
you don't believe them.
Just
But y'all can pause to read that. If
basically blame me for being emotional about it. Then I have so many of these messages where he'll leave
This
to go
was a
out at maybe 10. That's me at
big red flag.
7:30 trying to figure out why this man never came home. This
Apparently-
happened constantly. He was just out fucking.
The man never came home. He always
Now
slept
I know.
out the
Now I
house.
know.
That's a red ass flag for me. You gonna sleep in this house, or you gonna stay your ass where?
So I'm very much
That's
exhausted.
crazy.
But I know that I'm the one who released the video and all of this information, and for a good reason, because every narcissist needs to be unveiled. So he needed to be. First of all, I want to say this too, is that even I've spoken to some of his friends even after the situation, and they also agree that he is spiraling downhill, and they've seen the change in him. They thought that the change is because I was doing something, that I was cheating. He has thrown such a narrative about who I am to his mistresses. I mean, not mistresses, prostitutes, the strippers, the bottle girls that he has sex with. He has thrown this narrative that I'm at home and I'm taken care of, like in this palace, but I'm paying half or most of the bills. Okay? So it's interesting that he has made this different narrative, and I'm just here to debunk it. Anytime my character's in question, I'm going to defend myself, and I also feel like I have been quiet for 2 years straight. I was not allowed to have social media, not allowed to post, and I will actually show you guys that as well, that I wasn't even allowed to post or have a social media to begin with, unless it was just pictures of me and him. That's why if anybody has seen my Instagram before now, it was only pictures of me and him, right? Because he was highly insecure, because he knew I was beautiful, hence he would try to tear me down, and yeah. But I know that everybody's very interested about what happened at the beginning. How did I even know they were at the house, right? So I want to dive into that. I've seen comments online like, well, he's probably kicking her out because that's not even her house. That's literally my house, okay? So I want to get into that, because what y'all not going to do is try to play me like I'm crazy. So let's start with the beginning. I was at our house in Madison. We have 2 homes, one in Huntsville, one in Madison. We moved to Madison about 8 months ago, but we kept the home in Huntsville because we were going to Airbnb it out. That was the original plan, right? He went against that original plan and said, I'm going to put my basketball players in that house. That is 2 of the men that were in that home, even in the video. One of them that was a part of the threesome, who he's been a part of some past threesomes with him. That was the man in the house, okay? We have a whole camera system, a Vivint system, that in my name was my credit, actually. So obviously I had access to it, and last week he got caught at the house, and I listened to the camera, and I'm like, what are you doing there? And I hear girls there. So after I called him out, he went around that house and unplugged all the cameras so that I couldn't see what's going on in my own house. I called him, I'm like, what kind of sneaky ass shit are you doing? Like, why are you unplugging all the cameras? He's like, oh, well, the guys that are living here, like, they just want privacy. They're single. They want to be able to bring girls over here. Little did I know, he also wanted to go over there and fuck prostitutes and strippers.
Y'all, keep in mind, she's 6 months pregnant dealing with all of this.
Part 2.
Like,
so
keep
back
that
to the cameras.
in perspective.
He initially tried to unplug all of them. He didn't know that I still had access to the garage and the Ring camera at the door. It comes automatically to my phone because it's my account. So the night that he actually went out, the night that all this happened, right? His kids were at our house in Madison along with my children. I'm making dinner, I clean the house, I'm taking care of his kids. I told him I was a bit overwhelmed. I have been working all week. I'm tired. I'm 6 months pregnant. He's like, I'll be right back, babe. I have to go meet the guys at the shop, and then I'll be right back home. I love you. I appreciate everything that you're doing, right? And so I try not to complain too much, because complaints equal arguments. Arguments equal physical altercations when it comes to him. So I just don't even try to complain. So I said, okay, cool. Just please come home tonight, because he had started basically sleeping out the house for 5 days in a row. He'll sleep in the house for like 1 day, and that just started about maybe 6 months ago. All this spiraling.
And she's 6 months pregnant. So did he just start acting up?
So he's at the shop.
Or was he acting up
I sent him pictures of me after I did my hair, because I had actually had somewhere to go that Saturday. So the day I called him, I actually had things to do that day. I had a special to go to for my friend, and I was getting I had a nail appointment at 9 a.m. that morning, right? So he had to be home to be able to watch the kids, because I had things to do that Saturday. They were pre-planned. So that's that. So he goes, he's like, I swear I'll be home. So when he gets to the shop, he ends up FaceTiming me. I have proof of all this if anybody wants to see. He ends up FaceTiming me, and then he like does a circle of the shop, and I can see that there's girls there. So I'm like, why are there girls there? I thought you were there to meet the guys to like do some business or whatever. He's like, oh, that's just the twins that are in that video fucking. That's just the twins girls, or whores. He said whores. They're not their girlfriends. They're just like some whores that they've been fucking, because they were fucking different girls every single day. Like, I can see on the camera that they were bringing different girls every day to our home. So that's just their MO. That's who they are. But birds of a feather flock together. As much as men want to say that they're not like their friends, they're just like their friends. Probably worse. Okay. So I see that, and I'm just like, okay, that's a little weird. But he's like, I'm not like my friends. I don't have to do that just because they're fucking so-and-so. But he was the worst one. It's so funny that he was the ringleader all along, saying that it's his friends that have poor character.
Couldn't be
crazy. So I ended up going to sleep. And let me insert those messages, actually. Hold on 1 second. I'm going to insert them. So as you can see, at 1:45, I texted him after I sent like a Snapchat. Or not Snapchat, it was like a TikTok. 1:45, he messaged me back, go to sleep. I ended up going to sleep at like right after this, so like 2 o'clock in the morning. And then I texted him, oh my God, at 5:52. I'm like, where are you? That's when I woke up.
Y'all, I would be in tears.
This is part 3.
I couldn't
Hopefully,
handle it.
the last part.
I would not be able to handle
So I texted him at 5:30 in the morning when I woke up because something told me to just wake up. Which every time something told me to wake up, it would be something horrible. Me catching him, it was always something bad. So something told me to wake up. I had been praying for a little while to God to please send like a final straw so I could just get the fuck away from this man. And just be peaceful, like get rid of my lupus that has developed since I've been with this man. Like let me just gain some overall peace, please, Lord. I just want peace in my life. So I woke up. I called him. I can show proof of that too. But I called him like literally 11 times. I'm like, yo, what's going on? As y'all seen from past text messages that I posted, he would fall asleep places, and then I would miss things. Like I would miss taking my kids to school in the morning or whatever because he would be sleep at a friend's house, in the car, in a parking lot, or whatever, right? Something ridiculous. Thankfully, this time he had my car, and that's the only reason why I was bugging him, because I needed my car to go to my nail appointment at 8, 9 o'clock, right? And it's now 5:30. I actually waited to even do anything until 7 a.m., right? Because I'm like, oh my God, he's really not waking up. I have been calling him. He's not waking up. He's not waking up. 7 a.m., I call my homegirl. I'm like, hey, can you take me to my other house, because I think my car's over there. I just need to grab my car, literally, because I think he was over there last night, and I just need to get my car. She comes, she's like, no problem, girl. She's actually the one who I was going to go get my nails done with. So she's like, girl, no problem. Great. She gets here like 7:30. No, maybe I called her at 6:30. She gets here like 7:15, something like that. We get to the house around 7:30ish, right? We get there. I don't see his car in our like outside, so I click my keys and I hear my car in the garage. I said, okay, cool, my car is here. I go to the front door. I don't even have my keys to that house right then because I don't really go there often. I usually am at the house in Madison. So I don't have my keys. So I knock on the door. I ring the doorbell, blah, 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 right? Anyway, that door is very faulty because, of course, I would know that because I know when the door broke. So I simply get in the house. Before that, I look through the glass as I'm knocking, and I see 3 people in the living room who were laying on the couch trying really fast to put clothes on, but they're not fast enough. Get in the house, there's Christopher Burge, butt naked. There she is, butt naked, and there's one of the twin guys, butt naked. Might have been both of them, but I wasn't paying too much attention to them because I'm like, either y'all are gay, y'all were fucking, or both of y'all were fucking her. So they're all butt naked. He then runs. That's where you see him run, tackle me, and shove me out of my own home, right? You gotta go. You gotta go. She gotta go. She's in my house. I can call the police. She gotta go. All of y'all gotta go. Them folks gotta go. They gotta go. I'm paying the bills here. Y'all gotta go. Go. Y'all get out. The fuck? So after he flings me out the house, you see me trying to get back in the house, you can hear me say, I need my keys and my phone, because when I got in the house, he took my phone because I was trying to record them all naked in my home. I was trying to record them all naked in the house. He took my phone, threw it, and then he took the keys that were also in my hand because I had my truck keys. He also has a copy of the truck keys as well because we were sharing a car because he crashed my other car that's in my name, the BMW 750. He crashed it 3 weeks ago driving drunk because that's his MO. His life is going downhill. So he also crashed that car and he basically totaled that car. So we have been sharing my truck. But if I need to do something with my truck, I need my fucking truck. You know what I'm saying? It's literally my car. I pay for every month. What the fuck? Okay. So anyway, I'm like, so when you hear in the video, I'm like, yo, I need my phone. Like, give me my goddamn phone, bitch. Like, you're in my house. My phone is in my house. I need my phone. So at the end of the video, you see me go back in the house. I'm trying to get my phone. The bitch is in there threatening to fight me. So, I mean, my mind is blown. The stripper, right? Because you can see all the money on the floor. Mind you, I just had to pay our rent and all the utilities last month because he didn't have the money for it, right? This is the same nigga that walks around with 17 chains. He got all the money. I got prostitutes who are hitting me up online talking about, oh, you just mad he not taking care of you no more. What is he taking care of? What, bitch? That nigga is broke, okay? Until he gets another chunk of money, then he gonna go to Vegas and blow it all. And I'm gonna show y'all these messages of him and his gambling addiction when he gambled away our fucking rent money. So here's him asking for $1,000 for the rent, and I sent it, of course. Oh, but he's taking care of me, right? Wednesdays, 2:13 a.m. he goes to gamble. I'm like, is this gonna be a habit or like what's going on? This is actually the second day because he went to gamble Monday night too. So let me show that as well. But he gets upset because I'm asking him if it's going to be a habit again, because I asked him that the previous day. Why are you gambling money that we don't fucking have? He's like, every time I do something, you ask and you still have a fucking problem. Huh?
Can't even question shit that don't make sense.
Here's me. I had just finished working. I was working at home at that point, and I work outside of my house. I'm a case manager. He's like, okay, well, I'm going to go gamble. I said, okay, I got to leave here by 7 o'clock in the morning, right? And Issa will be at the house. And that's a whole nother story. He doesn't make it in time. As you can see, you can pause to read. He's so sorry. And he also loses $1,200 to $2,500. Can't pay the bills.
Disgusting.
As you can see, this man is not taking care of me. And for the other girl that was like, oh, well, then how was he able to turn your phone off? We were on the same fucking phone plan, but he was the head of that. The same way that I am the head of the leases in all of the cars and all the utilities are in my name. The phone was just in his fucking name. That's all. And he's a pussy ass nigga that when he got caught, he decided to turn my fucking phone off. Who does that? So anyway, I seen the money on the floor. I knew she was a stripper. They were obviously having a threesome. I kind of knew that they did that in Vegas as well and in Mobile. But I just didn't have any proof. And he just said that all those text messages were lies. He literally tried to say that those Mobile text messages, that girl used an app to make the messages. I'm like, why would she do all that? He's like, are you stupid? You don't know how apps work? You don't know people can make messages? Aren't you smarter than that? Don't you have a degree? That's the kind of gaslighting and manipulation I got. And I'm like, damn, well, maybe I am stupid. Maybe she did use an app. Maybe she's like, she just mad because I didn't want to fuck her and my friends ran a train on her. Little did I know this nigga was leading the train. Choo-choo, motherfucker. He's leading every train with his gay ass. Leading the motherfucking trains, okay? But who knows whose dick is in where at this point, okay? But anyway, I see all the money. I know the girl's a stripper. She's trying to say she's going to fight me, and that's really interesting because you're in my home. But anyway, I'm trying to get my keys and my phone. He's like, I'm going to get him, trying to shove me back out the door. I go through the garage door because I need to get to my car. The whole point of this trip, fuck you and your naked ass and your disgusting habits. I hope you'll all get HIV and die. The whole point of me coming there was to get my fucking car because I had stuff to do that day and I had plans with my kids, taking them somewhere. You don't give a fuck about your kids. They're literally at the house. He don't care about his kids. Don't care. He thought that I was just going to take care of his kids while he gets to run the street every time. Look, when his kids came over, it was me taking care of them, not this man. Okay? So I finally get to the garage. We at the garage door going back and forth, going back and forth, going back and forth. He's like, you got to get the fuck out of here. You got to get the fuck. I'm like, get this bitch out of my house. Like, it's crazy to me that this hoe's still in my house. That's that video of me, like, recording her, like, y'all, look at her. She's still standing in my living room. Old dude that also was part of the train finally put some goddamn pants on. He's standing there looking stupid like Boo Boo the motherfucking fool. None of these folks got jobs. None of these folks got money. They just here to fuck and give their last amount of money to any prostitute that'll take it. It's disgusting, okay? So he then starts dragging me through the garage and then on the carport. Hence my back. My pants were split open. He's dragging me by my hair, by my sweater. So at one point I just had a bra on. And I'll give a clip of that. And he's dragging me outside. My homegirl still here. And she's like, yo, she's 6 months pregnant. You don't give a fuck about your baby? He says, no, fuck that baby. I'm like, yo, what?
A lot when
the baby you playing? The baby you so excited for? The baby that, huh? Fuck the baby? Like,
do they not
I mean, this man,
baby or something? Like,
the more I replay this shit, it blows my fucking mind that
be the main ones asking for that.
It just blows my mind. So yes, fuck the baby. He drags me through the streets.
No.
Okay. And then once I get dragged to the carport, I finally hop in my car. I got my keys. He threw my keys and my phone.
Yeah, I know this is long. This is the last, I think the last clip.
I get in the car. He comes to my car. He's like, let me just talk to you. Let me just calm you down because I don't want you to pass out. In this pregnancy, I've had a lot of health problems and I have passed out a few times. I completely blacked out, completely passed out, fainted. It was over. My heart started going. It's too much, right? So he was concerned that I would pass out due to stress induced by him because all my stress is induced by him. And my homegirl's like, get the fuck away from her. You are the problem. Are you stupid or slow? Get away from her. So finally, I pull off or whatever. Me and her pull off. She comes back to the house with me so she can get a video of my back so I can kind of debrief and kind of take in everything I just saw, take in the abuse I just hindered, take in the fact that these folks are at my house acting like I wasn't supposed to be there. The fact that he was even out cheating, just like, oh my God, just the raw sex, just the threesomes, just the orgies. Like, ugh, it's just so fucking nasty. Like, what's wrong? Like, the hypersexuality in him is crazy. This is the same man they used to tell me when we first got together that he didn't need sex. Like, the 6 weeks postpartum period was going to be nothing because he didn't need sex like that. Like, he's not super over sexual. That's just his friends. They need sex. Like, he talks about his friends so fucking much, and it was always him. Especially in this last year. Because if I look at his behavior in the past, like, maybe 2020 to 2021, he was very different. Even, like, I was looking at our messages because, of course, I'm a sad bitch. You know, I'm going through the worst breakup ever. And I was looking at him, and I'm like, wow, he was, like, so different. Yeah, the physical abuse was still there, but he at least used to apologize for it. That was the difference. Once he saw that I was going to stay after each altercation, if he said the right thing, if he got me the right gift, oh, she'll stay. Like, she really wants his family. You know, she's really comfortable. She moved across the country to be with me. She'll stay. So eventually, he stopped apologizing for the physical altercations. And I'm going to go into that. If you understand narcissistic abuse, you understand that they're going to love bomb. Yeah, they're going to get you, and then they're going to drop you on the floor. So this was his time. He was preparing to just drop me on the floor. And I also want to mention that 3 days before this happened, I went to my OB appointment, and they all noticed I see a specialist. I'm under so much stress and depression that they want to put me on Zoloft. He spoke to me. I'm like, listen, you are my stressor, and I can't kill myself trying to stay with you. So I'm like, either by the time this baby gets here, we need to be separated, or we're gonna be together, and you're gonna change your behavior. This man begged me for us to stay together. The day that this shit happened, we were supposed to go see another house at 3 p.m. 3 p.m. And if y'all ask for those messages, I will show you everything. We had an appointment at 3 p.m. He could have chose to get out this relationship, but he would rather go be a disgusting dickhead than just tell the truth. I don't want to be here. I want to be single. I was getting done in the bed because my body is killing me. I feel like I got ran over by a truck because of everything yesterday. I just want to show you guys some proof, some messages of the way that he actually wouldn't let me post pictures anymore. I wasn't allowed to post on Instagram unless it was me and him. I would have to get my pictures approved by him. He was very insecure, and then of course that turns into very severe abuse. But I just want to show you guys, I'm really, really excited to be able to post what I want, like the freedom to post my pregnancy the way I wanted to, all of that. So I posted something on my story. He got upset. He's like, are we back posting on Instagram? I said, I would tell you before I post because those are the rules that he set. So just pause to read. Pause to read. I'm talking about how it's very hurtful that I found out that he had been giving out his phone number, and he basically says that he only did it once when he was drunk, kind of just denying, of course. Pause to read. Pause to read. I'll explain in the caption.
So there's going to be more that I attach to this video, but I'm going to go ahead and just stop my reactions at this point. I'm going to get my commentary on it, and then I'm going to attach some stuff that I found on Instagram. So a lot of the stuff she did post on her TikTok, which I'll link down below as well in the comment section. Y'all go look through all of that. She gave the whole rundown. She brought all the receipts, everything on her TikTok, as well as her Instagram, which some of the stuff that I'm going to be posting will be coming from there. The initial video that she's referring to with the story time is a bit graphic, like he's completely nude. So I won't be posting that on my YouTube, but of course it's going to be on her Instagram. You guys can go see that. So I'm just go ahead and give my synopsis of this whole thing. Okay, for one, this dude was already married before. I think he has 3 other kids or so. His ex-wife, when they first got together, he told her my wife was a cheater. I took care of her. You know, the same story that all dudes give their new girl, that their new girl is supposedly supposed to believe. I don't ever believe it. I kind of just let people say what they want to say. But I'm the type of person, I'm going to see for myself anyway. So I'm not going to take nothing you say as facts, right? I'm going to sit back, observe, and go from there. So he was telling her this. Ex-wife tried to warn the new girl, the one that's telling this story, hey, he did abuse me. The mugshots that you saw in the beginning was from the ex-wife. The ex-wife was the one that called the police on him, was the one that pressed charges, was the one that did all of that. This woman never called the police on him, never called the cops. She showed evidence of her being pregnant and of him. I think he hit her. Like, she has a bunch of pictures again on her Instagram. All of that is linked, as well as the documentation of her lying, saying she fell down the stairs when really he did this to her. And the hospital was like, yeah, this was a domestic incident. That's what it was. And they didn't believe her story. But it's like, the ex-wife already put her up on game, and she just didn't want to believe it. In her TikTok, she even apologized to the ex-wife. And that's something, the first thing that I want to say, like, when someone is coming to you and telling you, hey, sometimes, of course, as human beings, we're going to want to see for ourselves, but that should already have you on, like, alert, okay? 2, this woman is initially, I don't want to keep calling her this woman. I think her name is Shima or something like that. Let me find her Instagram name. I'm gonna at least refer to her by her Instagram name. So her Instagram, her name is Shima, but it's kind of hard. I don't want to mispronounce that, so I'm gonna say Nyjah, because her Instagram name is Nyjah Princess _. So yeah, Nyjah is originally from Seattle. I got all this information from her TikTok, y'all. I've been deep diving. This is what I do. This is why this is my focus on my YouTube channel, because I love the TikTok stuff. So Nyjah moved originally with her 3 boys from Seattle. He moved her to Huntsville, Alabama. That's what initially got me into the story, because my boyfriend was in that area. Like, he grew up in the area. So I was just like, oh, okay. Let me make sure. Let me see who it is. Blah, blah, blah. But, yeah, he moved her to Huntsville, Alabama with her 3 boys. She apparently got abused in front of her 3 boys. Now, this is another point that I wanted to hit on. One, when a guy moves you away from your family, be cautious of that. One, you have your own life going on wherever the heck you are. I'm not saying don't ever move for your man. Like, if you really love him and you want to do that, go ahead. But be cautious, because once you move to where he is, away from family, away from friends, away from anyone that can be any type of support system for you, you're already, like, vulnerable. You're already vulnerable, because even when something happens and you want to leave this man, now you got to go 500, 600 miles away back home to your family, pull your kids out of school, start your whole career over, find a new job, which of course is all worth it, but that does make it harder for people to leave situations that they need to leave, because who wants to leave a situation when you already got your roots planted? It looks like they had 2 properties. She said she had BMWs. I mean, she is an RN, baby. She is an RN, okay? So she was already successful and had her life together in Huntsville, so I can imagine how hard it would be to pick up and move back to Seattle with her family and with her support system. 1. Okay, 2. Or I guess 3 now. When you have kids involved in these type of situations as a woman, I don't want to put my mama business on Front Street, but she is very public about this on her Instagram. Her husband, my stepfather, came into our lives when I was about 8. And he was also very abusive to her and to us. And we had to witness that as little kids, being 10, 11, 9, babies. And we're not able to do anything because we're kids. And you got to imagine the mental anguish that is, especially as boys, because she has 3 boys. Imagine being a boy and your mom is getting hit on by this man, and you can't do anything to protect her. You can't do anything to stop it. And you have to see that as a little kid. It messes with kids. It messed with me. It messed with my brothers. I don't know if adults think, oh, their kids, they're not going to remember, or, oh, their kids, it's not going to affect them. Oh, no. It's doing a lot more damage to your babies. If you don't want to leave for you, Leave for them babies, because they don't deserve that. And they didn't ask to be with this man, and they didn't ask to live with this man, and they didn't ask to be under his roof and to be subject to this type of abuse. A kid's childhood should be a safe place. Is it always gonna be fun? No. Is it always gonna be hunky dory? No. Is there gonna be times where the kids get in trouble? Yes. But as far as safety goes, it should always be a safe place. And it's not a safe place when your mom is getting dogged out right in front of your eyes and you're not able to do anything. And now, which I'm glad that she's expressing herself, I'm glad that she's exposing this disgusting dude that obviously, which I'm gonna get into him next. But guess who has to go online one day and see this? Her kids. If they didn't know everything, which I'm sure they do, I'm sure they know what goes in that household. She showed proof that the 11-year-old daughter of his texted her checking up on her after an incident. That's traumatizing. That's traumatizing. And that shows, if you can do that in front of a kid, an innocent kid, you can't control your anger or your temperature, or I say your temperature, your temper in front of a little kid, an innocent kid, you're crazy and you need to literally go get help. You don't need to be in no type of relationship. And I'm talking about the men or women who don't know how to control themselves in front of children. You don't have the right to traumatize and to mess up a child's life, future, way of thinking, way of processing, because you want to be a dickhead in front of the kids because your parents didn't protect you from that. Now you don't want to protect these kids from that. And women, we got to stand up and we got to stop being weak in the knees. When these dudes are doing this in front of your kids, stand up, because it ain't about you no more. As soon as you decided that you wanted to have kids, it's no longer about you. It's about them kids. You have an obligation, a job, a duty to raise these kids up to be the best that they can be. And yes, I know we're human. Our parents are human. Ain't nobody gonna be perfect. But if you're listening to this and you haven't done this yet, and if she's listening to this, anyone's listening to this, please, 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 please think of your kids when you're in this type of relationships, because they will be damaged so much more than you think. Hello, I'm still doing shadow work. I'm still trying to dig through some things now, and it does, trust me, it does show up now in my life. That ain't a coincidence. So I want you guys to really, really take that main point with y'all. And I'm so passionate about it because I swear kids are so freaking innocent. And I just love kids so much. And being a kid, we all been a kid before. And we all been there. Like, oh, those baby boys. Oh my gosh. I don't know how old they are, but I don't care. Those baby boys, my heart goes out to them. And I just really, really hope mom puts them in therapy. I hope mom really, really, really thinks about those kids in the future, because I'm not saying she's a bad mother. I'm sure she's an excellent and amazing mother, but she did get in this loop and her life started revolving around this man. And that's never good. Always, always, always keep yourself grounded and have your own hobbies, have your own goals, have your own ambitions. Do not let your life do this around a man, because I promise you, once it do, it just started going crazy, out of control. Okay, my last point that I'm gonna make, and then I'm gonna go ahead and let the rest of the clips play. This man is absolutely disgusting. He's disgusting. He's out here having threesomes with strippers, with prostitutes, all over the nation, raw. Apparently, the man has herpes that he's out here spreading around. And it was something else that he did that was just freaking disgusting. He would literally take advantage of this woman and use her as a babysitter. How is it that he's staying out 5 or 6 times a week and his kids are over there with her and he's not even there? So you're going to use this woman as a babysitter? Come on, ladies. Stand up. Because ain't no way you finna be outside in my car. Hello, everything's in her name. While he's out here flexing and flaunting and acting like he's hot shit, I'm going to show his Instagram too. And I'm going to give y'all his Instagram name. And y'all can go look for yourselves. Okay? But while he's over here flexing, stunting, gambling, call himself being a drug dealer and a pimp, handle your business and get your stuff in order. My dude. My dude. Because you look crazy on this internet. You let her get on here and embarrass you. You should never set yourself up like that because you look crazy. And you need to go get help. Because it ain't no way. It ain't no way that it's that good. And y'all know what I'm talking about. You got this good woman at home holding down the household and you still... Something ain't right with you. Something ain't right with you. And you got kids that you're supposed to be an example for. Go get help. And I know you're not no young man. I know you're not. Go get help. Go get checked out. Close them legs. You're all... It's okay for men to call women that though, right? And even women to call women that. But let's call it like it is. Dudes like this are really... Okay? Because why can't you keep your legs closed? Why can't you be faithful to your woman? Why are you out here at least not even putting on a condom? That's the least you could do. And I'm telling y'all, it's so nasty out here in these streets. Y'all be careful with these hookups. Y'all be careful. Hooking up on the first date or just hooking up with multiple people would be all fine and dandy. Maybe. If I ain't have to worry about no STDs or no STIs, it's nasty out here. These dudes don't give a F. And some of these women don't either. She shows screenshots of women messaging her and saying the most vile things. And I'm telling you, these women don't care either. And while these men are out here cheating on their women with these women that don't give a F and then bringing that home back to their women, you're disgusting, you're nasty, and you need help. So that's it for this video, y'all. I done talked, and I got 2 more videos that I'm recording tonight. Hey, y'all know how I do. Once I post one, I gotta post about 5. So I hope y'all like this video. Y'all be sure to subscribe to your girl. I'm trying to get my subscriber count up to at least 1,000. And I guess I'll set a goal by the end of the year. 1,000 by the end of the year, y'all. Okay, I'm gonna be making these videos. I'm gonna be posting a few times a week. I'm gonna try. Next month gonna be hard, but I'm gonna try. But y'all, please like, comment, subscribe. Donate to her GoFundMe if you feel like you're inclined to. I will post that below. I will post her TikTok, her Instagram. Go check those out. It's some stuff I can't post, and it's some stuff that I feel like y'all should just go to her page to see, because it's, you know, her story to really tell. But I just wanted to react to the main juiciest parts, okay? And to kind of give some commentary on it. But I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope y'all have a blessed night. Bye.